Near your shores, O Lake of Orion, noble hunter in the skies, clad with belt of 3-star shining, soon 3 bases shall arise. On Boom Field where men will gather, hunting for the Wiffle prize, in the LOWA. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2017 Lake Orion Wiffleball Association Tournament. My name is Chris Clayton, and joining me this year is Christopher Sweeney.
Thank you very much, Chris. Pleasure to be up here this year, guest commentating. Thank you.
Guest commentating, of course, because Ryan Skalnick is playing in the championship game this year. We've got Marine Corps versus Navy. Let's go ahead and introduce the teams.
If we have to, sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and introduce the Marine Corps first. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a member of my family. He is extremely handsome. Chuck Roebuck.
I cannot agree enough. Beautiful specimen. Come on down.
Ryan?
And it is an honor and privilege, like I said, to be sitting here, filling in for the next man, Mr. Ryan Skalnick.
We've got another co-commissioner in the championship game, along with Ryan Skalnick. We got Rick Vanden Boom.
Whoa. There he does. And then we got Chase. Come on down, buddy. Best of luck. There he goes. We can't hear you up here. Good call.
Facing the Marine Corps in the championship game this year, we have the U.S. Navy, who is headed off by Captain Dave Prate. Oh.
That tells you everything, folks.
A lot of respect for the game they have
Tells you
here.
everything. I mean, we could have a new team up if the crowd wants that. All right, we have to say someone else, I guess.
Hey guys,
so.
what's up?
You know, it's just, yeah, it's Nate. Just get it over with. Come on, done. Yay! Oh, jeez.
They call him Dog 2-5.
Oh gosh. Without the 2-5 jerseys,
You might not recognize him this year.
I'll give you some. I'm going straight.
We also have the only 7-foot player playing in the tournament every year. He's got a strike zone the size of Timmy Healy, Jay Prate.
And we'll round her up. He struck me out a couple times. Stephen Collin. Another championship game. Here we go.
Let's go, Colin.
Number 5. 5 championship games for Mr. Stephen Cullen. That's pretty impressive.
He's not counting or anything.
He's looking for
You know what makes this year really exciting, Chris, is Ryan Skalnick is still going for his first championship game.
I think the butterflies have to be just going crazy right now.
Does anybody? Oh, we didn't even do that.
You're gonna pick up the slack.
I'm just saying. I know I can overrule anything.
Looks like Navy is going to be the home team this year. We're going to have Marine Corps at bat to start. Looks like we got Ryan Skalnick in the on-deck circle. And now he's in the at-bat circle? Is that what they call it?
At bat. AB. AB. If there's a few baseball fans out there.
And ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the Marine Corps wearing these pink shirts. Love for Linz. This is a shout out to Lindsay Pinkelman, who's a close friend of Lake Orion Wiffleball Association. We're playing these games for her this year. She was involved in a tragic accident, but you know, we're doing our best to make sure that she knows we care about her.
Prayers going out, and I know these players are going to play as hard as they have ever played in this championship game. All the more reason to.
We've got, since Jay Prate is the scoreboard guru, he's playing in the game, we're going to need a volunteer to man the scoreboards. I repeat, anybody who knows how to use the extremely complicated electronic scoreboards, can you please report to the scoreboard?
Oh, is the camera on? I'll do it.
At least a GED, at least.
Rookie Ryan Allison is joining the... We're going to go ahead and introduce our umpires this year. We've got Jim Vandenboom behind home plate and another veteran, Mikey Kleeman, at first base. Let's make sure that we treat them with respect that is expected of Lake Orion Wiffleball Association participants.
They're just doing their job. We all need to remember that.
Discretion. I got it. We talked about it.
Okay, you up in 3?
3-inning games were played the entire round-robin tournament. We're going to be a 5-inning game for the championship.
All right, here we go. Play ball.
Ready to go?
Oh, sorry. Play ball! All we needed.
Game starts off with a tip swing. That's a strike for Ryan Skelnick. A rip to third, and
We're going for 2.
he's rounding the bases, ladies and gentlemen. He's in third, standing up for a triple. Quite the start to the championship game. We've got Rick Vandenboom, who is no stranger to the championship game.
Rip shot. On the board.
We got our first RBI of the championship game, Chris.
I think
Rick
the
with an
butterflies
RBI
are
single.
gone. I think the butterflies are, they're just gone for Mr. Skelly.
After 5
RBI.
games, you'd have to think the butterflies. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That busted out the lights in left field are just destroyed. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Chase has been ripping the plastic off of that ball the entire day.
Go pound yourself.
I believe that's his 5th home run. Good for second place in the standings right now.
Go, Clay. Good job, Brady.
What's up, Chuck? What's up, Chuck?
Chuck Robach batting third. Excellent play by Nate Johansson at shortstop. First out of the game.
Honestly, Ryan kickball. Sorry, if it's there, goes on deck, pick it up. We're excited.
Another rip by Ryan Skelnick. He's in for a double. He's already halfway to the cycle, ladies and gentlemen.
Offense has shown up, no doubt about it, in this championship game.
I think everybody on draft night realized these would be the 2 teams that were most likely to be in the championship game.
I could not agree more with you. As much as I really wanted to disagree as I was playing the game. Uh-oh.
A close call by the umpire at home plate.
It's the line extended. We played it early today.
It's a foul ball. Let's take a look at that on replay.
Guys in the truck?
Ooh, it looks like that was pretty close. I think that might have been fair. Looking at the replay here, it was right on the line there. Too close to tell. And it's even harder for a human to tell, even though Jim is a little bit more than human. I think we can all agree to that.
I would say the home crowd would make that decision for us, looking at the replay, but it's kind of hard to designate that, as everybody feels like they're home court.
Are you going in and out?
Is this right? Hello? Oh boy.
Pop up
That's
into the
trouble.
Plinko tree. Always difficult. Oh,
Extra bases.
that's an RBI double by Rick Vandenboom. Marine Corps building up the runs early. It is that 4-0? 4-0.
No.
Ooh, timeout called before the at-bat.
I said no, please.
Jim Vandenboom taking control of this game.
Rapid fire right now.
No, or is it time?
Relax here. All right, we're good.
High fly ball.
Oh jeez.
Over the fence again. Brian Chase, ladies and gentlemen. That's 2 for 2 for 2 home runs in the championship game. Last time we had a performance like this was last year when Jim Vandenboom hit 3 home runs. It's only the first inning and he's already
There are people
Two-thirds?
still walking into the park right now.
2/3 of the way. Oh.
I tell you.
I remember last year we started out 8-0 in the top of the first. It looks like we might have a repeat of that. Oh.
I remember that far too well. I was on the other end of that.
Hey, any square.
A great dive by Nate Johansson, but it hit the ground. You can hear the crowd go wild just for that hustle. It's a sight to see. You only see that sort of hustle in the Lake Orion Wiffleball Association.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
High fly ball to left field. And that's one of the obstacles you have to fight here at Boone Field. It's the elevated left field roof line. It's really difficult to hit a home run over that, and
Yeehaw! One strike. One strike.
You're right. One strike. No strike. You start with 1-1.
Chase is human, ladies and gentlemen. He hit a pop-up to left, and it was a 2 RBI pop-up triple. That's what the Plinko tree will do.
And you know he was going for an in the park and start the day off championship game with another HR. That's home run.
We had 7, that was 2.
9-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 9-0, beating our 8-0 start from last year's championship game. There's 5 innings, though, so we're in for the long haul if these gentlemen keep beating the plastic out of the ball like they are today.
We got 9-0, right?
Play ball.
The board said 6. That was my third AB.
Strike one on Chuck Roebuck.
There's 3 blue stripes there.
Yeehaw! All right.
Came down and edited that.
That was close. Umpire Jim Vandenboom calls it high. Oh, he got called looking for that strikeout. Go ahead and put it up on the board.
Boober's over here.
Well, that was an offensive explosion. I mean, it was like a pink blur running around those bases that entire first inning. Oh, we're still in there.
If we can get a check on the strikeouts, Jake Shakina, if we could get a strikeout check, see who's leading on the strikeout board.
Strikeout check.
Come on, Timmy.
I had 8.
We'd also like to take this opportunity to call Dave Welch to the press box. Dave Welch to the press box, please.
Dave Welch.
For the record, I had it. I was told to make it 9.
Yeah. Me? And Steve? Yeah. And Steve Clayton? Chuck's got one too.
Hold up. Are we good?
You got 4? We've got a three-way tie at the top of the strikeout board. Jake Shagina, Chris Clayton, and Steve Clayton, all with 4 strikeouts.
I think we have a Dave Welch spotting, but he's way, way down near the dugout for some reason. It might take a while, but maybe next inning. We'll see what happens.
Steve Cullen leading off for the Navy with a double shot through the Japanese maple, the beautiful Japanese maple we have in center field. Rick Vandenboom pitching for the Marine Corps, as always.
The tree looks better every year, I'm telling you.
You know that tree is 1,000 years old?
I don't even want to know where those roots go. I don't even want to know.
Japan.
That's
why they call it a Japanese
makes a lot
maple.
of sense, actually. Yep.
Nathan Dog 25 at the plate, wearing a wife beater.
That's your warning.
Much different than his usual uniform that he makes his team wear. I remember a called strike on Nate Johansson, softball champion of Lake Orion.
You're good.
Up the middle.
You're up. Go, Nate.
I believe that went through pitcher Vandenboom's legs. That was a laser. I believe they call that a nutmeg.
What? Well,
Wait. We're good.
0 out.
welcome.
A little hot.
We got Dave Welch, who just made it into the press box. His handler brought him in.
Oh boy.
I remember we had a difficult interview last year. We're hoping this one goes a little bit better.
I'm amazed that we called him back up, but I think it's part of the contract, if I'm not mistaken. We kind of have to. But
You know, the Lake Orion Wiffleball Association really is, we're all about equality here, and, you know, the abled and the disabled, the right-handed and the left-handed, you know. We want to make sure that we include everybody, which is why one of our big, great sliding play in the
hustle.
in foul territory. One of our big projects this year is Orion on Deck. We're building a handicap accessible wiffle ball field in Orion Township, which must make you really happy, Dave.
I think he's got to be ecstatic. Can you tell us how you feel about this field that one would say is opening up new doors for you?
I'm really happy about it.
Well, that's good. That's good, because
Hey, you good?
lefties need to be happy too sometimes, I guess.
A quick rip off of the pitcher for a RBI single for Steve Cullen.
You were hitting the ball pretty good today, Mr. Welch. I have to give you some credit there. And I would like to know, in your head, how many home runs do you think you would have hit had you had been a normal-handed person?
At least 3, maybe 4, if I were normal or able-handed.
Able sounds better, yes.
A bomb to center field for a single. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see that Nate Johansson hit it quite a long way, but we discriminate against lefties in Lake Orion Wiffleball Association, so anything right of that foul pole is a single. Dave Welch, we'd like to thank you once again this year and Hollywood Markets for providing all the food for draft night and the championship game day.
Anytime, guys. We love doing it, and we hope to see you guys next year, and I hope to be striking you out next year, too, sir.
Well, once again, we'd like to assure all the people that a left-handed person did not handle any of the food that you're eating today. So you can all rest easy.
They got that right. All right, let's get this trainer back up here and get him back down. And we usually forget, but we need to warn when he comes back down into the crowd. So Dave Welch is heading back to the crowd, just letting everybody know a left-handed person is returning. Thank you. All right, have a good one.
As always, thank you, Dave, for being a good sport, but not a very good human.
Human being, yeah. Trainer, please, get this guy out of here.
Getting back to the game, we're at an 8-3 score. The Navy's been slowly building up a comeback here. Rick Vandenboom throwing a little bit close to the 7-foot frame of Jay Prate. That's that Japanese maple again for an RBI single. 8-4. We're well on our way to the highest scoring championship game in Lake Orion Wiffleball Association history, ladies and gentlemen. That's 12 runs already in the first inning.
It's impressive. It's impressive. Well,
Hey, Chip and Poke, we're good. Chip and Poke. 4 of them.
well, there's your first inning. Hope everybody enjoyed that offensive explosion, and we've got second inning right here. Leading off, Ryan Skelnick.
Ryan Skelnick led off the last inning, which was an 8-run barrage. Let's see if they can do it again, Chris.
I more so want to see what this pitcher is going to do.
They're keeping Steve Cullen in the game, which is a little surprising considering the onslaught of base hits.
Inside, severely.
That's what they call a trick pitch, Chris Sweeney. It seemed to catch Ryan Skelnick off guard. He threw with the left hand, which is usually a pretty disgusting move, but Cullen pulls it off with surprising grace.
It's a tough pitch to hit.
He tried to do it again on Rick. He came around it.
Fool me once, I think was what Rick was thinking on that pitch.
Fool me twice, shame on you.
Me? Huh? George W.
Oh, a very rare error for Dave Prate, who is usually a perfect human being.
Hey, what do we got? One?
He is. Come on. Look at that bone structure.
Whoa, buddy.
Oh, Brian
Whoa, buddy.
Chase.
I mean,
Brian Chase has just tied the championship game record for home runs in the second inning.
this gentleman woke up with Wheaties on his head, and he was ready to just, I think he may have eaten 3 boxes this morning. Impressive.
That's 10-4. 10-4 in the top of the two. Now Chuck Roebuck is the better half of Catherine Roebuck, who owns a local gym, Fit Body Boot Camp, who so graciously offered a package for the draft night last night. So if you're looking to lose a few pounds, Fit Body Boot Camp. It didn't help Chuck get on base, though, so you might want to rethink that. A rip past the shortstop into left field gives Ryan a double.
Quick inning, but a couple of runs on the board.
Rick looks really confused about that
That's
that hit. It seems strange to him, but usually he's knocking the stuffing out of the ball, but that was pretty pathetic.
well. Collect them.
If we can get some volunteers to search the outfield over the fence for some balls. Timmy Healy looks fresh since he decided to choose golf over wiffle ball this year. If we can get him to check the outfield for stray balls. Timmy Healy. Tim.
Oh, well. Okay.
Timmy, he says he's retired.
Oh, thank you for the help. Appreciate that. Wow.
We'd like to thank Mr. Johansson for taking the trip
Stand
all the
up.
way out to outfield. Can we get a round of applause for
Wow.
Mr. J, please?
Everybody, come on. Hands together.
His son Nate is sitting at home plate trying to get one more for the old man to get.
If you let that go, then
Oh, yeah.
that's one.
Starting to feel it.
That's actually the number one. First pitch.
Oh, thank you. I thought I felt something grabbing on me.
Play the ball.
A bomb to center field again for a single.
Doing it all day. This
Right.
kid.
Right of the American flagpole is a single. Every other hit in that area this inning will actually be a foul ball. Plinko tree.
Blink, blink.
Oh, Ryan
Very
handles it with the
nice.
grace of a veteran.
Defensive move. Fantastic job. Thank you for that super slow-mo instant replay. The bobbling looks fantastic.
That. Let's go ahead and
Into the plate.
we're going to go ahead and take a look at that pitch on Wiffle Tracker 3.0. Again, we had Wiffle Tracker 2.0 last year. Let's take a look at that on 3.0.
Great technology, but it seems broken when there's a veritable 7-foot plus person in it. It's just it's such a tiny little box. It's crazy.
The movement Rick has on that pitch, you can see it curve in at the very last second, catch the inside of that plate. Again, that's a foul ball, ladies and gentlemen.
Default foul ball.
That's what we call lefty territory. We don't want to talk about it.
I'm not. Reaching up.
Another Plinko tree, and of course, we have veteran Ryan Skalnick to clean it up.
Hey, let's go. 2-out nightmare check-in, kid.
He almost stepped
Steve
on
Cullen hits the gap between shortstop and center field. Puts a man on first and second.
We got 2 down.
You got
Jay, 2 down. Going.
No, that bad. No. Go, go, go.
Rick Vandermoon was broken out a never-before-seen pitching motion, which has been baffling players all day.
Oh.
That was hot. That was too hot.
Let's go ahead and check the MPH, the radar gun on that. Looks like we clocked in on 8.6. Ladies and gentlemen, our top speed is 6.0 miles per hour. 6.0.
Strictly enforced, by the way.
It's all about safety. We don't want anybody getting hurt. An RBI single to the left. Looks like Chuck Robach could have got that, but it popped out of the Plinko tree and surprised him.
Just took a look at the spray chart of Nate Johansson, and it is incredible. He has hit that ball everywhere over the field today. I guess it's pretty good.
A rocket down third. Navy is coming on strong. Bases loaded for the 7'2" giant, Jay Prate. Up into the Plinko tree. A great play again. How many times do we have to say this? Ryan Skalnick.
You know,
I'm pretty sure he knows every single branch in that tree. He's
battery.
I also say jumping about 5 minutes ago, so I trust
So there's a bag. You see that second speaker? Yeah. There's a bag right to the right of it with a bunch of.
I heard him say, I need a beer.
I would just go get them.
With a bunch of bit.
No, just go get. You need 2 batteries.
Team's not ready.
Just go get some batteries.
Good day. Well, you probably had chased your off, that's why.
That's the end of the second inning. We're at 10-6. This is a much more exciting game after that 8-0 run in the top of the first. Brian Chase going for the record. Instead, he hits a little grounder to the pitcher. That's got to be pretty embarrassing. He's got to be pretty ashamed with himself. Chuck Robach swinging at a pitch out of the strike zone, but it's rewarded with a trip to first base.
I brought the whole thing. Is it just double A's?
Yep. A rocket by Ryan Skalnick. Oh! Chuck Robach made it to home, but an amazing play at home. Catches Ryan Skalnick. Let's take a look at that in instant replay. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he catches that right in the sunglasses, right in the face. An amazing play at home. This is the type of hustle that you're going to expect in the Lake Orion Wiffleball Association. Our amazing slow-mo footage thanks to Orion Network Television. Am I fading in and out?
Yeah, I think I saw the light.
Okay.
No, you twisted the other thing. Do you have Do you have batteries for me? Quite the reaction from the 80,000 plus crowd we have on Lake Orion.
3, 2, 1, double.
That's a double, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if it stays up on that upper deck for 5 seconds, that's a ground rule double.
If I can't see it, I'll start counting.
As I wait for my partner to also replace his batteries, We'd like to mention again that we have a record crowd for the Lake Orion Wiffleball Association Championship. We're at 81,362. We've counted all the people that have come through the turnstiles and are out on the lake on their pontoon boats. 81,362. That's amazing. Oh, a big whiff from Nathan Johansson. He likes to tell everybody that he's a softball champion of Lake Orion, I believe.
We're back. There we go. Check. All right, batteries are working good.
Play ball.
Yeah, it is something to see. There is no better way to have a day here in the summer. It's amazing. 81,000. I cannot think of a better time to spend.
That was great hustle on both sides of the ball. Ryan Skalnick covering Rick at pitcher and Nate with his signature slide into first. You don't see that from really any other player in wiffle ball. Dave Welch, again, trying to talk to us from the field. We're all the way up in the press box, Dave. We can't hear you. An RBI single for Dave Prate. Tightens the score up to 11-7. Now, Rick's been pitching all tournament. Chris, do you think he's starting to wear down a little bit?
You know, I was just about to comment. The score, you can see that first inning. I think the pitchers figured something out. Defense has shown up, and it has been a great game so far.
A great play by Brian Chase. You don't see that much, those balls often in the right field, so it's always a surprise when they end up there.
Well, that you don't see anybody over there, so the hustle clearly was on display there. This guy's doing it all today.
That's a single. We have a Steve Cullen as a right-handed batter has been poking that ball into the lake the entire day. We're almost going to give him a honorary lefty award for this year. He's saying he wants the batting average award. Bases loaded for Dog 2-5. A homer here will tie the game up, ladies and gentlemen. A great over-the-shoulder catch by Brian Chase.
Ooh, nope.
Close play at third. Let's go ahead and take a close look at that replay.
I think, well, let's look at the foot there. Oh.
It looks like the foot was down just before the ball made contact with his skin.
Using that link. Somebody is trying to speak to, I don't know what's going on.
Dave Prate's usually an umpire this game, and he always tries to talk to the press box. He's a player, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. We can't hear you,
He
Dave.
should know we're 6 stories up. But anyway.
There's a big couple of runs in the bottom of the third. We're at 11-8. It's a close game, ladies and gentlemen.
The only kind of game you want, really. Right, crowd? I said right, crowd? Is anybody watching this game?
Let's take a quick look at Wiffle Doppler. Wiffle Doppler looks clear. I don't think we're expecting any rain. We had a couple of downpours last year. I don't know if you remember that, Chris, but it definitely affected the championship game.
Yes, as part of that championship game, that first inning was rough, as the first inning was for Navy today. But
yeah, you keep mentioning that you were in the championship game. I think everybody knows, Chris.
Well, you know, I may or may not have won an award also. For something, I don't know.
Brian Chase every now and then has to prove that he's human by a little weak little dribbler to the infield.
He does it for the children. Never give up. I think that's on the back of his shirt.
That's a Plinko shot. Always a good idea. And it gets Chuck Roebuck a triple. He was thinking about coming home.
Oh, the crowd wanted it too, but
Excellent base running. With only one out, you want to
One
stay
out,
at third.
yeah.
Especially when you have Ryan Skalnick, who has just been stroking it today with that yellow bat.
and we can maybe see why. Oh my goodness.
A great
Runner
play by
tags
Jay
up.
Prate, but it's a sac fly to left. You know, he's not always going to go for the glory. He's just going to make sure that his teammates score. That's what you like to see.
This pitcher's been pitching Skalnick right in his wheelhouse all game long.
You're right. It was a close play, right, Nate? Yeah, it's really close.
A rip down third past Nate Johansson. If we can get Kevin Clayton into the press box, the winner of the Mustache Award, Kevin Clayton to the press box.
Hold on. Time. Sorry. Play ball.
Refresh my memory of he did. Was it the Lorax look this year? I think.
Get in that tree, baby. Bring it. We got an injury on the field.
That's that Plinko tree getting in the way again. Nate Johansson, who should know the ins and outs of that tree by now, lets it go behind him.
Hey, right guy, right time. Here we go.
We got one down. One down, guys. Hey, one down.
We got two down.
We got two down. Two down, guys.
Oh, sorry, I got you. My bad.
We'd also like to have a conversation with the eternal Miss Wiffle Ball, Kathy Vandenboom. If Kathy Vandenboom could report to the press box, we'd love to have a chat with her.
Heat and low.
It would truly be an honor.
It was low.
Truly.
That was it.
All right, Chuck, let's go, baby. Way to battle.
You got time. We got time. Go ahead.
Go!
Chuck Roebuck shifts in the batter's box to get a shot to center field into the hostas to bring Rick Vandenboom home.
Pinpoint accuracy with that Hosta shot. Very nice.
There's been a run in every single inning, half inning, so far this game. It's pretty exciting.
Sorry. Your team wasn't ready.
Inside. I'm fielding him like this.
Another rocket of a shot.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And there's the 5-second rule.
You can hear head umpire Jim Vandenboom calling out the seconds there. It's always a tense time. You never know if that ball is going to come down off that upper deck. In this case, Ryan Skalnick left with another double and another RBI. Amazing play.
Oh, buddy. There is an instant replay.
I can't remember the last time we've seen that in Lake Orion.
Let's
That's
take a look.
amazing. Let's take a look at that on replay.
Another great defensive play. Wow.
You can
Look at the
see
extension.
you can see Nate just terrified when that ball comes right to his face.
He doesn't want to ruin the moneymaker.
Throws his hands up to protect himself, and Steve Cullen comes to his rescue.
Great play.
Great play by Steve Cullen.
Hold up.
Oh.
Right. First time. Give it a try. You got that.
Yes,
Excellent play by
Right to
pitcher
the
Rick
pitcher.
Vandenboom. Again, if we could have Miss Wiffleball Kathy Vandenboom, or also if she can bring her son Jim Vandenboom a beer, because,
Someone
or
keeps
if we could
yelling at
have
us.
the mustache champion Kevin Clayton to the press box, we'd love to interview you.
It would be an honor for both. Truly an honor. What a poke right at the fence. Once again, he is finding right field, and it is something to see.
He didn't land it in the lake, so they still have their open right field shot.
It-
Stayed in field.
Oh, wait, don't spot like that. Hey, I'm good, I'm good. Hold on a second.
That was actually for Carrie, too. My bad.
I think so far this battle, pitcher, batter, I am seeing the same pitch kind of coming at Nate, and Rick is figuring something out here.
We're happy to have Kevin Clayton, the mustache champion, in the press box.
Look at that. Look at that.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's unbelievable.
We may need to
It's-
get that on the Jumbotron.
It's like we're in the press box
but-
with the Lorax.
It's might want to cover the children's eyes. It's something they're not used to. I don't think anybody. But yeah, so is it the Lorax? Is that
Still low. I got you. That was low. That was close.
is this a favorite children's novel from your youth, and you're just reliving the
Blink,
past?
blink, blink.
Another Plinko.
Rick
Oh my
Vandenboom
goodness!
with a catch out of the Plinko tree and the tag at the base for a double play.
Two. I got two.
That was a double play.
Little confusion with the base running there, but that was a very good heads-up double play. 2 and the inning.
Brian Chase really, really wants to continue building on that home run record, but instead he has a little dribbler to shortstop.
This gentleman's boater's tan. I know
I
you
would-
mentioned it before, but he's walking away, and it's pretty nice.
Jake Shagina. Beautiful boater's tan as always.
Is that the same tan from last year? Just asking.
I believe it is. It's unbelievable, really. It's a combination of, I believe, canola oil and
Oil X. I think he.
Oil X.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh, it's
he's
a-
letting that secret out. I don't blame him. A nice pop, bobbling around.
you know
Great single.
the Nate Johansson of 3 or 4 years ago would make that play, but not this year.
Yeah, he's laying down. Yeah, he knows it. He's feeling it.
Yeah, he's a little
Yeah,
little
fatigue.
slow getting up. Little slow getting up. Every year a little slower getting up.
It was stuck behind the net. We got time. We got time. Good.
If only his shirt were as white as his hat. That is one white hat.
Let's see if
Titleist.
Ryan Skalnick can continue his onslaught.
He's been a great player to watch today. No doubt about it.
You can tell he really wants it this year. Again, he's never won the championship.
You know, I don't know if it's a lack of him not holding a microphone, but I've never heard him this quiet in my life. And it shows. He came to play, folks. No doubt.
He's the master of defending the Plinko tree and the master of batting it into the Plinko tree. Or over the fence. Or wherever it needs to be hit. If that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense to me. He has that defense, the offense, and you know, he may or may not have a few sketches of said Plinko tree underneath his mattress. There's been some rumors where he has another. Oh,
bomb!
I think we almost had a hand on it, but that ball's gone.
That's 17 runs, ladies and gentlemen. That's 17-8. The Navy is going to have their work cut out for them in the bottom of the fifth. But they're going to have to get out of the top first.
There's a look of confusion in the crowd. They thought fireworks ended last week. Oh, my goodness. We almost had another one.
It's dented.
Oh, my God.
What the hop?
Ladies and gentlemen, if we can get a look at this ball.
Yep. There is an exit velocity of who knows what.
Can we get that on Orion TV? Yeah. Can we get a shot of that? That's Brian Chase, ladies and gentlemen, just destroying wiffle balls.
We'll have to ask him after the game if he had something personal with that wiffle ball.
This is why our insurance deductible is so high.
Yes. I'm just glad my kids are inside right now. We can see some shadows coming into the field, and I have to say, this year, as of every year, what a beautiful... Oh, another strikeout. See, on the ending, another beautiful year, another beautiful field. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Vandenboom, once again. It is...
As always, they're always the most gracious guests.
I did not even realize this.
Behind us, we have...
I was going to ask you to talk into the microphone.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, we...
Chris, give me a moment here. Miss Wiffleball's entered the press box. I need to stand up. No, please sit down by all means.
For those of you who don't know, we've resigned the Miss Wiffleball award, the sash, whatever you want to call it. Mrs. Kathy Vandenboom, please join me. You are the always and forever Mrs. Wiffleball. How does that feel?
That feels amazing. I'm so glad I don't have to give it back this year, that I get to keep it forever. I'm getting it laminated. I'm hanging it in the tiki bar.
So you're not going to wear it for the rest of your life?
Everybody's worn out. I wore it to weddings, family functions. They're kind of done with me bragging on that.
Now, your son Jim has just recently gotten engaged. Are you going to wear it to his wedding?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
You know I am.
We can all expect.
You know I am.
We can all expect
He'll
that.
be holding the bat when he says, I do.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm going to have a great daughter-in-law, Lisa. I'm thrilled. Oh, well, someone's getting a little tired there. Come on, Ricky, it's okay.
That means both of your boys are spoken for. Does that?
Yes, they are. Hands off, ladies. This is exciting to see Rick and Ryan together, the founders of Lake Orion Wiffleball, playing together on the same team.
And again, Ryan has yet to win it, so it looks like they're in pretty good shape.
I don't want to say anything because I do love the boys on the other team. You know who I'm hoping for.
Well, I played with your son Jim, and he couldn't carry us across the finish line.
Well, plus Jason wanted to move every one of my fairies and gnomes out of the way, so I think he jinxed himself. My bird feeder.
We don't want to.
I would also like to say thank you for that.
Yeah, we don't want to mention those things in front of Chris Sweeney, who's just recovering from FDS.
He's doing well though. He's like the gnomes now.
Oh, thank you as always, Mrs. Wiffleball.
Get back to your Miss Wiffleball duties. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
Truly an honor.
Always an honor.
green.
He's 5 feet off the plate. Single.
Nate Johansson in the right-hand territory that has been in for a good portion of this game. He's knocked a couple out just left of the right field pole. Again, Navy needs 9 runs to stay in this game.
Quietest I've heard Navy all day long, by the way.
My brother would have been on the team, but I don't know his brother. Oh, 4. Oh, get out.
Good gravy.
A solid shot by Dave Prate. That's a 3-run homer. That will definitely help narrow the deficit. That's 17-11.
On that shot,
We
I
only
think
need-
we didn't even touch a leaf on that Plinko tree. That ball soared right out of here.
No, I heard 1 leaf. 1 leaf.
Yeah, we're. Oh, yep.
If we could get another crew of people to go chase balls, since
Thank
this has
you,
just
Mikey.
been home run central. Just a bit high. Let's go ahead and check the strike box. Jay Prate's been creeping into that giant strike box that he has.
He just kind of does.
There it is. It's finally called. That strike box is 6 foot tall.
Oh. It didn't hit the plate.
It was down the pipe. I was looking at it.
He almost grabbed the bat.
That's why I'm not checking. I got out.
2 outs.
Time out.
We have some work to do.
2 outs. It's 17-11. We need 6 runs, or else Ryan Skelnick is going to win his very first Lake Orion Wiffleball Association championship, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Play ball.
And the ball's up. It drops in for a single. They're still alive.
They're still alive. This is, if you're not on the edge of your seat, you're probably on the back of your seat.
I am now right on the edge, right when you said that. I looked down. Here I am. Oh my goodness.
Good Lord.
Another home run for Nate Johansson.
That's 2 more runs. They only need 4.
Picking away. Don't call them out yet.
We're out of balls.
Oh, Rich.
Rich Skelnick. Can we get a round of applause for Rich Skelnick in the
Yes.
the outfield there?
Very much deserved. The players don't show the effort by themselves. Look at this crowd. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
Unbelievable.
Good? Pretty proud of that one. I got it!
Dave
And
Prate.
who
Oh,
gets the last out?
it's amazing.
Surprise, surprise.
You couldn't write a better story than that. Ryan Skelnick
Oui.
secures his first Lake Orion Wiffleball Association championship with the last out.
The man showed up to the clubhouse today, and his teammates looked at him with the same fear that the team played against him as, and it just shows he was not fooling around at all.
And really, it's very poignant that they're wearing the Love for Lynn's shirts. It really shows that you can do anything if you really believe in it.
Congratulations. team, Marines.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a 30-run championship game. I don't think we've ever had anything like that. Incredible.
Great game. And we're looking at the players are absolutely ecstatic. Way down on the field, and the crowd's going crazy right now. It's beautiful.
Well, Chris,
thank you so much.
I can't believe that it's just been so long since I haven't had Ryan Skalnick up here with me, but it feels almost special
He took the right day off.
That my old partner, he's out there celebrating. He's going to be drinking from the bowl in a few seconds here.
And I'm sure he cannot wait to get on the microphone, so stay tuned for that, everybody.
Thanks again, Orion Network Television, for being here. Lake Orion Wiffleball Association 2017. Marine Corps takes home the championship. That's Brian Chase, Ryan Skalnick, Rick Vandenboom, and Chuck Roebuck. Amazing game. Well done, gentlemen.
Champions. Very nice, gentlemen.
Hello, I'm Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard.
And I'm former Detroit Red Wing Joe Koster.
We'd like to remind you to practice safe boating by knowing the laws regarding water safety.
Please make sure you have the necessary safety equipment on board and be sure all of your equipment is working properly before leaving the dock.
And the probability of being involved in a boating accident nearly doubles when alcohol is involved. Always check local weather conditions, and if you notice darkening clouds, play it safe. Get off the water. Have a safe, enjoyable summer on the lake.
I think it's about time for the trophy presentations. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and give this over to you, Rick, because you're a co-commissioner. This is the Most Valuable Player Award.
All right. And Most Valuable Player this year, without any contention, is Mr. Ryan Skalnick. Yeah.
It's bringing a tear to my eye right now to see this happening.
It definitely will not go to his head. Do not worry about that, people.
He's still waiting for the
extremely
microphone.
humble. I hear some laughter coming from his dad's section over there.
Woo!
All right, congratulations.
Congrats, kid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the trophy that we've all been waiting for. This is the Lake Orion Wiffleball Bowl. Has it been filled up with frothy beer, Jim?
It's full, baby.
It's full.
Is it cold?
Can we go ahead and get Ryan Skalnick, the MVP, to go ahead and come up here and accept this trophy?
You gotta drink it here, John.
Let's go!
Let's go ahead and get that refilled for these gentlemen.
It's gonna get passed around. There's a tradition.
Don't get any foam on it.
It doesn't matter what you put in here; it just becomes the most delicious beer.
Yeah.
It's magical.
Oh yeah, baby, that boy Rick. Woo!
Oh yeah.
All right. Beautiful.
Let's go!
Well deserved. How many home runs? This guy is knocking it out of the park.
Ryan, come over here. It was a little bit rough, not having you in the press box. No, get in here too, sweetie. It was a little bit rough not having you in the press box, but I'm so glad to see you win the championship, win the MVP. I know you want this microphone. You're looking at it like you just can't. What do you want to say?
Well, first, it feels great to have the microphone back in my hand, but I'd like to thank my teammates for playing excellent all day. A lot of hustle all the way around. I'd like to give props to Navy in the championship game. They had a hell of a team. And I'm just happy to finally, after 11 years, be a Lake Orion Wiffleball champion.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, this is Lake Orion Wiffleball Association. This is 2017, the championship game. It was a hell of a game. Let's go ahead and let's send us off by the Lake Orion Wiffleball Association anthem. If we can get all the players on the field, in the boats, get out here. Lake Orion Association.
You made it this far, gentlemen.
We're gonna have the anthem.
All right, remind everybody to clean up. One question. Did you ever get that tattoo?
All right, before we get the anthem, I want to thank everybody here. We raised a ton of money for the Orion on Deck project. So we launched the campaign yesterday, obviously. We're very excited about the project. We're going to raise a lot of money for an inclusive baseball / wiffle ball field in Orion Township. So that wouldn't be possible. The idea and the result is going to be from a lot of your support. So thank you guys.
Near your shores, O Lake of Orion, noble hunter in the skies, clad with belt of 3 stars shining, soon 3 bases shall arise. On Boomfield where men will gather, hunting for the wiffle prize in the LOWA. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. God bless the USA. Come, ye fans of summer sport, with sparkling punch to quench your thirst. Orion's water greets the runner eagerly who passes first. Hail the righty, hustle, hustle, let the lefty be accursed in the LOWA. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. God bless the USA. Who will claim the bowl so precious? Who will be the MVP? What awaits most runs and strikeouts? Glory in eternity. Raise your glass to sweet Miss Wiffle, worship her on bended knee in the LOWA. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. God bless the USA. Women, children, men of honor, sporting stashes newly grown, stand with whiffles at the ready on Boomfield now freshly mown. O great land of states united, hail great pastime of our own, hail the LOWA. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. Hustle, hustle, hallelujah. God